So I don't mind living here. It's got the shops nearby, it's got this park. It's a good place to have a walk, even when you have nothing to do. So far I haven't come across any snakes, so it seems to be perfectly safe. And there's quite a few people here, but none of them seem to be threatening when you pass a person, really. So except that he's up there. Apparently if you walk that way enough, there's a ghost over there. So anyways, so it's an okay place to be staying. I've been staying here for a year and a few months, really. But yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to stay. It's not going to be forever. I don't actually live here, and I don't live in the place that I'm staying. So I was thinking about looking for cheap properties again, because a lot of the time I really don't think that I'm ever going to get any huge amounts of money for an expensive place. So, but I'm really contemplating, because yesterday, who I was living with, they were creating an argument over putting bath towels over the bath, right? And it was turning into a vicious argument, because she likes to swear, and I said, oh, you could drop the swearing, sort of thing. And she's like, oh, then she over exaggerates and says, oh, you swear all the time, you don't swear. And I said, yeah, I swear, but I don't swear all the time, And, she's just over exaggerating that I swear a lot, and, she wants to swear she should be able to and whatever, and so, and then she was arguing about the point of view of her cooling down her swearing, because sometimes I just can't put up with it. She has this stupid attitude problem, when she swears, and she gets more narky, a less likable personality, and she's just, I don't know why she's swearing, but she used to keep it in, but ever since, she was working in this particular office, she's being told, oh, express everything, be like an Aboriginal, and express your anger, don't hold it in, because holding it is like a jive, negativity. And so ever since then, ever since 1998 or 9, she's been expressing herself, and this is one way of expressing herself. But you can't express yourself, only she can express herself. And so anyway, after we had this short, bitter argument about the bath towels. I mean, I put the bath towel on the night before. I didn't put the yellow bath towel on, but I put the something blue one on over the bath during the night. She said, no, I put it over there this morning, And then she's like, oh, bull, you're talking bull, and everything she says is so right when it's not. She over-exaggerates, and she doesn't tell all the truth, and she's just picking on you because she's bored and inside the house anyway, so. But, I had a very negative time arguing this stupid issue which just needed a short conversation over, so. And it just turned into argument, so I went for a walk. I stayed out for a little while, and then I come back, and I get an interest in something, and whatever. The argument stopped, but before it stopped, she came storming to the kitchen. She hovers around your back, and she's always thinking about pulling out a knife and stabbing you and stuff, and it's just, I don't think I should be sticking with, someone who wants to stab you just because they're in, they began to pick on something and ended up in a stropping mood. So, so I'm thinking about moving away anyways, because I don't actually think I should be living with someone like that. And, she's changed her personality and her looks, and she's been favoring other people, and, she's been wanting to change, into a racist ever since she started dating other people to get out of our family, sort of thing. And, and I didn't even know she's authentically the same person anymore. You know, because she looks different. Everyone's just ignoring that she looks different. She has this crappy personality, and everyone's just saying, oh, you're in a new drug, you just developed a new personality, you splashed something inside of yourself to appear different, and everyone's pretending she's the same. But, you know, they're just ignoring, like, all the traits that say, oh, look, this isn't the same fucking person, you know, and you know, true enough, you know, when she started changing, she had, like, teeth on the other side of her face that weren't there before. And then, you know, she ended up changing that and the teeth ended up showing up as normal, so it was probably her all along, you know. And now she's chopped off her teeth. She's got a different tooth in there. And, I don't know, she's still being unlikable. She's like, every time she's getting the grumps or something, she wants to just pull out a knife and start stabbing at someone, you know. So, she doesn't, otherwise, you know, I would have been injured, calling the police, definitely moving out, unless you're dead. I would have flung something at her head, she would have raged, I'd be shoving everything over my door, trying to keep her out of my room, which I fled to for protection, you know, because I'm not prepared to be stabbed and then just leave it to die, you know. So I think I'd battle her back a bit, and I don't care if she's fucking 75 or whatever. I would fling something at her head and try and hit her, you know, to fuck it. And then she'll be like, she's a strong person, don't get me wrong. I mean, she's a fucking raging bull. You know, like my dad, they're both very strong physically. And just because she's 75 doesn't mean she's frail. She's just like as strong as she was yesterday, you know. So she's not gonna like lay down and die either. Not if I fling something in her head. Not if I actually hit her pretty hard, you know. So then she'll be like coming back in a raging bull, steaming engine, right for me, you know. Probably with like 2 knives in her hand, you know. So, but yeah, I think it's still unhealthy. I guess it's tricky. So I'm thinking about moving before like she does. I do give her an opportunity to stab at me physically. So, but I'm still like on the X-nay for jobs. So I don't know if that's a really stupid move just to keep me safe once again. But I can't afford anything anyways if I don't have a job. And I can save all I want, but I still can't afford it. A freaking expensive place, not even to buy, you know. So unless I'm living with her, which could lead to, you know, me in a dangerous situation, you know, it's like, I don't know, I can't afford shit, you know. And I wanted to move out. Before I moved out, I wanted to be able to afford that kind of thing. I'm not really living in the place I want to live. You know, I think this place is a little bit beyond me. I mean, the townhouses are cheaper, but, you know, the rates or whatever is supposed to rise up higher, and otherwise, you know, I should be just buying something up here, but I still can't afford it. Like I said before, I don't actually have a job. Otherwise, I'd be working, not bitching about wanting to leave. You know. So I applied for like a lot of jobs like last week. See if I get any new jobs, because my last job blew up. It was like I can't even put it on my resume because I was told it was a scam. So I can't even say, oh yeah, I had this kind of semi-managerial experience in this certain area of payments. I can't even say that. I have to just flub it off as a non-job. You know? So I'll see if I get any work this week. I don't know, maybe I'll hang out at least a month more, maybe 3. Next thing you know, it'll be a year. And I still haven't been killed, so I don't know, maybe I don't need to move right away. But sometimes I think I should be. Because I don't like someone, deciding to be a stimming belly, and suddenly they want to stab at you, erase you, so that, and then, they lose their mood swing, and they're like, oh, everything's normal again. I don't like living with someone who wants to be violent. My dad was the same. After he started changing, he became like this person who's going to lose their head or whatever, and that's why I left him. That led to me being poor. So maybe if I do the same thing with my mom, but I really do sometimes think I just have to turn around, go away, and sort of live without them. But I'm still so unstable. Like, I can spend a year and still not get any jobs. That's how many employers want to hire me, So I don't want to put myself in the same position, but I don't want to live with them. But sometimes I think, well, if I do move in Russian movement, then it should be forever. I shouldn't even know them anymore, because they're just stupid, done-up strangers, now. They're not the same people they were when we were growing up. They're like stupid, renewed versions of themselves. And I was already told to walk away from them, but don't ask me what you do. You either, if you can't get a job authentically. I mean, they say study, but I've hooked up 2 courses I don't bloody need, and I still don't get the study payments. So. But and I don't like Centrelink offices, because the ones that I went to, I think that people were stalking me and making trouble for me anyways, and they didn't like me, so I had to leave them anyway. So I still have to find jobs on my own. So I don't often go to Centrelink when I'm not working. I'm looking for jobs, so I often just get poor. Like now, I'm just getting poor. So I don't get that $250 when I'm not working because I just Centrelink sucks. Unless you're getting student payments, the whole system just breaks down on you because you're sitting there 2 years not getting work, and no one knows what to do, so let's just start kicking you out. That's what happened last time. I was applying for the same jobs, playing every week for jobs, and then they end up just shoving the paper away and saying, this isn't good, it's the same jobs that you applied for last time. Yeah, they're the only jobs available. It's they end up, just letting them check me out. They didn't want to get me a job. They didn't want to train me for a job. They wanted to give me a free relaxation course, which I did. And that's it.